This person loves you, but has a serious problem with your appearance. Stop right here. Don't move your finger. Don't even blink, because the exact second you open this message, something you were never supposed to hear is already unfolding. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is someone, closer than your shadow, quieter than your own heartbeat, watching every little thing you do, yet carrying a secret that has been eating them alive. They love you. Not the casual, everyday type of love. No. This is the kind of love that shakes a person from the inside, the kind that makes them rehearse conversations alone at night, the kind that forces them to save pictures of you that you don't even remember posting. But here's the twist: this love is tangled with a fear so deep, they have never said a single word to you. And today, for the first time ever, you're about to hear what's been hidden from you for months. Don't skip now, because the truth is about to hit harder than anything you expected. Listen carefully, this person doesn't have a problem with you. They adore your voice, your energy, your mind, your presence, everything. But they have a serious problem with your appearance, not because you look bad, not because you're lacking something, but because they think you look too good for them. Your appearance intimidates them. Your beauty, your confidence, your style. These things scare them so much that every time they think of approaching you, their courage melts away. They think you're far out of their league. They think people like you don't end up with people like them. And the craziest part? The more they fall for you, the more they pull away, because they're convinced they're not enough. Stay with me, because what they're planning next will change everything. Here's the real shocker: they're not avoiding you because they don't care. They're avoiding you because they care too much. They don't want to embarrass themselves in front of you. They fix their clothes 10 times before they walk past you. They practice their smile in the mirror thinking about how you might react. And every day, they fight a silent war: should I move closer, or should I disappear? No one knows this war is happening, except you, right now, in this moment. Don't skip. This story has just begun. Something massive is waiting for you in part 2. Wait. Before you hear the next part, take a breath. Because what I'm about to reveal will flip your entire perspective. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This person, yes, the same one who loves you more than their own peace, has been fighting a storm inside their chest every single day. They watch how people look at you, how your presence lights up a room, how your confidence makes others shrink, and it shakes them. Not because they doubt you, but because they doubt themselves. They think, why would someone who looks like that choose someone like me? And that insecurity has built a wall so high that even their love can't climb over it. They stop typing messages halfway. They rehearse confessions they never send. They walk away when they actually want to come closer. And the saddest part? They think you'll reject them the moment you look at them fully. Don't skip, because the truth gets deeper. Now listen closely. Because this will tell you exactly how much they care. They noticed everything about you: the way you smile when you're nervous, the way you adjust your hair, the way your eyes search when you're lost in thought. They've memorized these little things. And yet, every time they think about telling you how they feel, your appearance becomes the biggest barrier. They feel too simple compared to you. They think you're glowing while they're invisible. And this fear has turned into a silent pain they carry everywhere they go. But today, something inside them is changing. They're gathering courage. They're stepping closer. Don't skip now, because what's coming next will surprise you. Before we move to what they're about to do, listen carefully. If you're still here, it means this message was meant for you. And if you want more people to reach messages like this, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because your one action helps this message reach the person who needs it most. Now hold tight, because in part 3, you will find out exactly what this person is planning to reveal to you next. Listen closely, because what you're about to hear is the exact moment their fear and their love collide. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time, this person has stopped running from their feelings. Last night, they stood in front of a mirror, staring at themselves, whispering the one truth they've avoided for months: I'm scared they'll never choose me because of how I look. Their hands were shaking. Their heart was trembling. But something pushed them: your kindness, your smile, your presence. They finally realized that hiding from you is hurting them more than rejection ever could. And today, they made a decision. A bold one. A risky one. A once-in-a-lifetime kind of step that they never imagined taking, but they're taking it because losing you is not an option anymore. Don't skip, the real shocker is coming next. Here's the twist you weren't expecting: they're not coming to you with apologies, insecurities, or fear. They're coming with clarity. They don't want to impress you with fancy clothes or perfect looks. They want to show you something far more powerful. Loyalty, honesty, and love that doesn't go away when things get hard. Their problem with your appearance wasn't jealousy or judgment, it was intimidation. They thought your glow would blind them forever. But now? They're learning that love isn't about matching appearances, it's about matching hearts. And theirs has been beating for you long before you ever knew it. Don't skip, because what they're planning next might be the moment you've been waiting for. Hold your breath. Because here's your final hint. They're about to step out of the shadows. They're preparing to tell you everything: why they stayed silent, why they hesitated, why your beauty made them freeze instead of move. And the wild part? The moment they decide to speak, something between you two will shift. A bond that was silent will finally come alive. Stay right here, because part 4 will reveal the message they want you to hear directly from their heart. Before you hear this, pause for a moment. Something is about to be revealed that they never had the courage to say out loud. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They've been carrying a message for you, unfinished, unsent, rewritten 100 times, because every word felt too small compared to what they truly feel. Last night, they finally completed it. Their hands were shaking, their breath unsteady, but their heart was louder than their fear. And this message was meant to reach you exactly now. They wrote, I was afraid of your beauty, not because you looked unreachable, but because I didn't know if I was worthy of standing beside someone like you. For months, they let this insecurity bury their voice. But now? They're done hiding. Something inside them has shifted. They realize that the real regret isn't being rejected, it's never trying. Don't skip, you're seconds away from hearing what comes next. Here's where everything changes. They are preparing to approach you, not as someone who doubts themselves, but as someone who finally understands that love isn't a competition of appearances. It's a connection of souls. They've started seeing themselves differently. They've stopped comparing. They've stopped running. They've stopped rehearsing goodbyes before anything even begins. They're stepping forward with a courage they didn't know they had, because losing you without trying would haunt them forever. And what they want now is simple: a chance. One moment. One opportunity to show you the version of themselves you've never seen. Don't skip. The moment their truth reaches you, everything between you two will shift. But before we move into the next part, where their direct confession will unfold, remember this: your engagement helps this message reach the people who secretly need it. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, because every action pushes this story closer to the hearts waiting for it. Now stay right here, because part 5 will reveal the exact words they're finally ready to say to you. Stay right where you are. What you're about to hear is the most vulnerable truth they've ever allowed themselves to feel. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time ever, their heart is louder than their fear. They've stopped overthinking, stopped running, stopped hiding behind excuses like, maybe they won't like me, or maybe I'm not enough. Today, something inside them snapped into place. They closed their eyes, took a deep breath, and asked themselves one question: what if they don't reject me? What if they're waiting for me too? And suddenly, every insecurity they carried about your appearance, your glow, your beauty, began to loosen its grip. They started remembering the way you treat people, the softness in your voice, the warmth in your eyes. They realized your appearance wasn't the problem, their fear was. And now? That fear is breaking apart piece by piece. Don't skip, because the truth is turning into action. Here's the moment everything flips: they've prepared the exact words they want to say to you. Words they've been swallowing for months. They practiced them 100 times, deleted them 100 more, but now they're ready. They want to tell you, I've been scared of how perfect you look, scared you'd never choose someone like me. But every time I tried to walk away, my heart kept pulling me back to you. I don't care if I'm not your type or your usual choice. I just want one real chance to show you how deeply I care. These words aren't polished. They're raw. Honest. Real. And they're coming straight from a heart that's tired of pretending it doesn't feel anything. Don't skip, you're about to hear the final shift. Take a breath, because their next step depends on what your heart does in this moment. They're ready to step out of the shadows, ready to speak, ready to risk everything, even their pride, just to be honest with you. And when they do, something between you two will open that's been locked for far too long: possibility. The possibility of a bond stronger than appearance, stronger than fear, stronger than silence. Stay with me, because part 6 will reveal what happens when they finally decide to face you. Stay right where you are. What you're about to hear is the most vulnerable truth they've ever allowed themselves to feel. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For the first time ever, their heart is louder than their fear. They've stopped overthinking, stopped running, stopped hiding behind excuses like, maybe they won't like me, or maybe I'm not enough. Today, something inside them snapped into place. They closed their eyes, took a deep breath, and asked themselves one question: what if they don't reject me? What if they're waiting for me too? And suddenly, every insecurity they carried about your appearance, your glow, your beauty, began to loosen its grip. They started remembering the way you treat people, the softness in your voice, the warmth in your eyes. They realized your appearance wasn't the problem, their fear was. And now? That fear is breaking apart piece by piece. Don't skip, because the truth is turning into action. Here's the moment everything flips. They've prepared the exact words they want to say to you. Words they've been swallowing for months. They practiced them 100 times, deleted them 100 more, but now they're ready. They want to tell you, I've been scared of how perfect you look, scared you'd never choose someone like me. But every time I tried to walk away, my heart kept pulling me back to you. I don't care if I'm not your type or your usual choice. I just want one real chance to show you how deeply I care. These words aren't polished. They're raw. Honest. Real. And they're coming straight from a heart that's tired of pretending it doesn't feel anything. Don't skip, you're about to hear the final shift. Take a breath, because their next step depends on what your heart does in this moment. They're ready to step out of the shadows, ready to speak, ready to risk everything, even their pride, just to be honest with you. And when they do, something between you two will open that's been locked for far too long: possibility. The possibility of a bond stronger than appearance, stronger than fear, stronger than silence. Stay with me, because part 6 will reveal what happens when they finally decide to face you. Don't blink now. What happens next is the moment their silence finally meets your reality. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They woke up today with a different heartbeat, steady, determined, no longer shaking with doubt. For the first time, they didn't avoid their reflection. They didn't compare themselves to you. They didn't whisper, "I'm not enough." Instead, they whispered something they've never dared to say before: "I deserve to try." And that single shift changed everything. They walked out of their room feeling lighter, braver, more willing to step into the unknown. Every step they take now is guided by the same feeling that's been haunting them for months: you. Your presence, your smile, your energy, your light. It all pulled them forward until they reached a point where fear simply couldn't hold them back anymore. Don't skip, this is the turning point. Here's where the real story unfolds. They're planning to see you, not by accident, not by coincidence, but on purpose. They want one moment where their eyes meet yours without them looking away. They want one chance to stand in front of you without insecurity grabbing their throat. They've imagined this moment 1,000 times, but this time, it's real. They're rehearsing their breath, not their lines. They're preparing their courage, not their excuses. And deep inside, a small spark of hope has begun to rise, maybe they won't judge me. Maybe they'll see my heart before my appearance. This hope is fueling them in a way they've never felt before. Don't skip, things are about to get intense. And now comes the part that will surprise you the most. They aren't approaching you to impress you. They aren't approaching you to win you. They're approaching you to be honest. To finally say what their silence has been screaming all along: they chose you. Not because of how you look, but because of how you make them feel. They're ready to face you with everything they are: imperfect, nervous, vulnerable, but real. And when they finally stand in front of you, the energy between you will shift instantly. Something hidden will rise to the surface. Something unspoken will come alive. Stay right here, because part 7 will reveal the exact moment they finally show up in your life. Stay right here. What you're about to hear is the moment everything starts moving toward you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They're closer than ever, emotionally, mentally, and literally. Today isn't like the other days when they walked past you pretending not to notice you, or looked away the moment your eyes met. Today, they aren't hiding behind fear. They aren't shrinking behind insecurity. They aren't blaming your appearance for their silence. Instead, they're walking toward you with a calm they've never felt before. Their hands are still trembling a little, but this time, they're not turning back. Every step they take is driven by one truth they can no longer deny: they miss you more than they fear you. Don't skip, because what happens next is the moment their love becomes visible. They've spent days imagining this moment: what your face will look like when you see them standing there, what your eyes will say before your lips even move, whether you'll smile or freeze or pretend you didn't notice them at all. And yet, they've accepted something powerful: it doesn't matter how you react. What matters is that they finally show up. They want you to hear their truth, not through a message, not through hints, not through distance, but face to face. You have no idea how many times they backed out before. How many times they walked toward you and then turned away because they felt too small compared to your glow. But today? They're done with running. Don't skip, the air around you is about to change. And now, here's the part that will shake you. They're preparing to reveal something they've never said to anyone, not even themselves until recently. They realize that your appearance isn't a problem, it's a privilege. Not a barrier, but a blessing. They were scared because you looked like everything they ever prayed for. They were intimidated because you looked like a dream they weren't sure they deserved. But now, they're ready to embrace that dream instead of fearing it. They're ready to meet you with honesty, not insecurity. With courage, not hesitation. With truth, not silence. Stay right here. Because part 8 will reveal the exact moment they step into your life and speak the words they've been holding back for far too long. Don't move. What's coming now is the moment everything they've been holding inside finally reaches the surface. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They're standing closer to you than ever before. Not physically, yet, but emotionally, their heart is inches away from yours. They've spent months being terrified of how you look, not because they disliked it, but because your presence made them feel too average, too simple, too invisible. But today? That fear has dissolved into something they never expected: gratitude. They finally understand that the thing they were afraid of was the very thing that drew them toward you. Your glow. Your beauty. Your strength. Your softness. Your style. Everything about you that made them feel not enough is now the very reason they feel pulled toward you. Don't skip, because this shift is massive. Something happened inside them today. A moment. A click. A realization that felt like lightning running through their chest. They looked at themselves and thought, if I keep hiding, I'll lose the only person my heart actually wants. That single thought changed everything. It gave them courage they never knew they had. It made them rehearse not excuses, but honesty. Not perfection, but truth. They're ready to walk toward you without comparing themselves, without shrinking, without thinking of themselves as less. They want to meet your eyes without looking away. They want to stand in your space without feeling like they don't belong. And most importantly, they want you to know that your appearance never scared them away. It scared them toward you. Don't skip, because their next step is the one you've been waiting for. Hold your breath. Because now, after all the fear, the overthinking, the nights of silence, the days of pretending they didn't care, they're finally ready. Ready to appear. Ready to speak. Ready to let you see the truth they've been protecting like a fragile secret. They're preparing to come forward with a confession that might change everything between you. And when they finally stand in front of you, what you see in their eyes will answer every question you've ever had about them. Stay right here. Because part 9 will reveal the moment they finally show up and the first words they choose when they do. Stay exactly where you are. Because what I'm about to tell you is the moment their hidden world finally collides with yours. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They're closer than you think, closer than they've ever been. Their heart is beating fast, their mind is rehearsing every word, and their entire body is trembling with a mix of fear and courage. But this time, they're not backing out. They're not turning around. They're not letting insecurity drag them back into silence. They've already made the decision that today is the day everything changes. They know this moment won't come again, and if they lose it now, they'll regret it forever. So they're walking toward you, slowly, intentionally, with a confidence that didn't exist inside them before. Don't skip, because this is the exact second their life shifts. They can already imagine your face when you see them standing in front of you. Maybe you'll look surprised. Maybe confused. Maybe something in your eyes will soften instantly. They've prepared for all possibilities. But no matter how you react, they are ready to stay. They want to show you who they truly are, not the insecure version, not the silent version, not the scared version, but the real one. The version that has loved you quietly, patiently, painfully. The version that admired your appearance not as something to fear, but something to respect. Something divine. Something that made them feel alive in ways they can't explain. And now, for the first time ever, they're ready to let you see that depth. Don't skip, because the first words they speak will reveal everything. Take a slow breath, because here's the moment you've been waiting for. They finally stand in your presence, nervous, yes, but steady. Their eyes meet yours, and for the first time, they don't look away. There's a softness there, a truth rising in their chest. And with a voice that shakes but doesn't break, they say the words they've been burying for far too long. I've been scared of how beautiful you are, not because I didn't like it, but because I didn't think someone like me deserved someone like you. But I can't hide anymore. And just like that, the silence between you isn't silence anymore. It's connection. It's tension. It's possibility. Stay right here, because part 10 will reveal what happens right after you hear those words. Don't move now. What happens next is the moment everything shifts between you and them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The words they just spoke are still hanging in the air. The moment is heavy, warm, electric, like the entire world paused just to watch what happens between you two. They're standing there, trying to steady their breath, waiting for your reaction, hoping your silence doesn't turn into rejection. Their heart is racing so fast it feels like it might burst. But they don't step back. They don't apologize. They don't hide. Instead, they look at you with a depth you've never seen in them before, raw, vulnerable, honest. In that second, they're not scared of your appearance anymore. They're scared of losing the chance to show you the love they've been carrying for so long. Don't skip, because the next heartbeat changes everything. As you look at them, something soft shifts in their eyes. They weren't expecting you to listen. They weren't expecting you to stay. And the way you're standing there right now, looking at them without judgment, it hits them harder than any fear ever did. Their shoulders relax. Their heartbeat steadies. Their courage grows. For the first time, they feel like maybe, just maybe, you don't see them as less. Maybe you see them as someone real. Someone worth knowing. Someone worth understanding. And that possibility alone gives them a courage they never knew they could feel. So they step just a little closer, carefully, respectfully, testing the space between you, hoping it welcomes them instead of pushing them away. Don't skip, because their next words will reveal the truth they've been hiding the longest. Their voice softens, but their honesty sharpens. They look right at you and say, I never had a problem with you. I had a problem with myself. I thought your beauty made me invisible. But now I know, it made me better. Their hands shake, but their heart stands firm. They're not asking you to choose them. They're not forcing anything. They're simply revealing the truth they've carried like a wound, a dream, a prayer. And at this moment, something powerful is happening. Your energy is calming their fear, your presence is grounding their courage, and your silence is giving them a chance they thought they'd never have. Stay right here, because part 11 will reveal how you respond, and what happens next will shock both of you. Don't look away. What happens right now is the moment your energy speaks louder than your words. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The silence after their confession is not empty, it's charged. Heavy. Alive. They're watching you, searching your eyes for any sign, a smile, a softening, a breath, anything that tells them they didn't just shatter themselves for no reason. Their heart is pounding, but for the first time, the fear isn't choking them, it's pushing them forward. Your presence is doing something strange to them. It's calming them while shaking them at the same time. They see something in your eyes, curiosity, warmth, a softness they never dared to imagine. And in that second, they realize something huge: you aren't looking at them like they're less. You're looking at them like they matter. Don't skip, because this moment is changing everything inside them. You take a tiny breath, just one, but to them, it feels like the world cracked open. They can tell you're listening. They can tell you're not shutting them out. And that alone gives them a courage they've never felt before. Their shoulders stop shaking. Their voice steadies. They step a little closer, not too much, not too fast, just enough to let you know they're here with sincerity, not desperation. The connection between you two shifts from tension to understanding. They've loved you quietly for so long that seeing even a hint of acceptance in your expression feels unreal. They didn't expect you to be this calm. They didn't expect you to stay. They didn't expect your silence to feel like permission instead of rejection. Don't skip. The next thing they say will shake you. Their voice drops, gentle, careful, but full of truth. They say, "I don't want you to think I loved you from the outside. I didn't fall for your looks. I fell for the way you carry your soul. I was scared because you're everything I'm not. But standing here, I realize, you're not someone I want to admire from a distance anymore." Their eyes soften, their fear melts, and for the first time, they look at you without thinking they don't deserve you. And right now, something inside you shifts too. Something unspoken. Something real. Something that's been waiting to wake up. Stay right here, because part 12 will reveal the moment you finally react, and your reaction will decide everything. Stay right here. This is the moment where your silence becomes their biggest answer. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They've just told you everything: the fear, the admiration, the truth they buried inside their chest for so long. And now? They're watching you like their entire world depends on your next breath. Every second feels stretched, heavy, almost unreal. They never imagined you would stand this still, this calm, this present after hearing such an emotional confession. They thought you'd walk away, look confused, or pretend you didn't hear them. But you didn't. You stayed. And that one choice is rewriting something in their heart. They can see your eyes softening, your breathing slowing, your expression changing in ways that make their chest ache with hope. Don't skip, because your reaction is becoming the moment they'll never forget. You finally lift your gaze, just a little, and that single movement hits them harder than 1,000 words. They feel something shift between you, something warm, something real, something that wasn't there before. It's not a yes. It's not a no. It's something deeper, an openness. A softness. A quiet willingness to understand them instead of judging them. That's all they needed. That tiny signal is enough to break every wall they ever built around themselves. And you don't even have to speak, your presence is already speaking for you. You're not distant. You're not cold. You're not rejecting them. You're simply here. And for them, that is everything. Don't skip, because their next move is the bravest one yet. Their voice drops even softer now, almost trembling, but the sincerity is stronger than ever. They say, I don't know where this will go, but I want to try. Not as someone intimidated by you, not as someone scared of your appearance, but as someone who wants to know you beyond what the world sees. Their eyes hold yours, steady, honest, hopeful. And in that moment, something inside you shifts too, not because you're forced, not because you're overwhelmed, but because you feel the truth in their voice. The connection between you isn't just attraction, it's understanding. It's vulnerability meeting vulnerability. It's two hearts recognizing each other without saying a word. Stay right here, because part 13 will reveal what you do next, and that moment will decide the entire direction of your story. Don't move. What happens now is the moment your heart finally speaks back, even without a single word. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The air between you has changed completely. It's no longer heavy with fear, no longer tight with insecurity. It's warm. Quiet. Charged with something neither of you can ignore anymore. After everything they confessed, you finally let your expression soften in a way that makes their breath catch in their throat. You're not smiling, but there's something in your eyes, an understanding, a gentleness, a silent, I heard you, that makes their heart feel like it finally has room to breathe. They weren't expecting this. They were prepared for awkwardness, confusion, maybe even distance. But instead, you're giving them something they never allowed themselves to imagine, a real chance. Don't skip, because your next breath is changing everything inside them. They watch you closely as you shift your weight, take a slower breath, and look at them with a softness that almost feels unreal. That tiny movement, that tiny moment, tells them more than words ever could. You didn't walk away. You didn't shut them down. You didn't disappear. You stayed, and that alone feels like a miracle to them. Their chest rises with both relief and disbelief. They can feel your energy opening up, even if just slightly, and it gives them a courage that makes their entire body feel alive. Something inside them whispers, maybe they don't see me as less. Maybe they see me as enough. Don't skip, because what they do next comes straight from the deepest part of their heart. With a breath that shakes but doesn't break, they step just a little closer, not invading, not rushing, just aligning themselves with the truth they've been afraid of for so long. Their voice is gentle, but firm with honesty. They say, if you let me, I want to grow into someone who stands beside you without fear. Not because I want to measure up to your appearance, but because I want to match the kindness and warmth you carry. Their eyes don't waver this time. They're strong, sincere, and filled with a hope they don't want to hide anymore. And in that moment, something inside you responds. Not out loud, not in words, but in the way your heart seems to lean slightly toward theirs. Stay right here, because part 14 will reveal the moment where your energy finally gives them the answer they've been waiting for. Don't look away now. This is the moment your heart finally sends a signal they've been dreaming of for months. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Everything they've told you, everything they've carried, everything they were terrified to reveal. It's all hanging in the air between you like a fragile truth waiting for your touch. And then, something small, something subtle, happens. You shift closer. Not a big step, not an obvious move, but a soft, natural adjustment that tells them you're not pulling away. To them, that tiny movement feels like the world cracking open. It feels like hope turning real. They watch your expression, your posture, your eyes, and in all of it, they see no judgment. No discomfort. No rejection. Just presence. Soft, grounded, open presence. And that alone is enough to make their heart feel like it's finally been seen. Don't skip, because this moment is changing them from the inside. Your eyes hold theirs for a little longer this time. Not by accident, not by confusion, but with intention. And that look, calm, understanding, unhurried, hits them deeper than any romantic gesture ever could. It tells them you're listening. It tells them you're considering. It tells them you didn't see their confession as a burden, you saw it as truth. Their chest tightens, not with fear, but with overwhelming relief. For the first time, they feel worthy. Not because they've changed anything about themselves, but because you didn't ask them to. Your silence is acceptance. Your gaze is comfort. Your presence is the answer they didn't know how to hope for. Don't skip, because they're about to say something that comes straight from the rawest part of their heart. They take a slow breath, gathering every ounce of courage left inside them. Their voice is soft, steady, and filled with sincerity that doesn't hide behind fear anymore. They say, I don't need you to choose me right now. I just need you to know that I choose you. With all my flaws, with all my fears, with everything I am. And if you ever give me a chance, I promise I'll never let your heart feel alone. These words aren't practiced. They aren't perfect. They're real. More real than anything they've ever told anyone. And in that exact moment, something in your energy shifts even deeper, warmer, stronger. Stay right here, because part 15 will reveal how your heart finally responds, and what that response means for both of you. Don't move now. What's about to happen is the moment your heart finally speaks without saying a single word. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Their confession is still echoing around you. Soft, trembling, honest in a way that almost hurts. And then, something shifts inside you. Not a dramatic gesture, not an emotional outburst, just a quiet, undeniable feeling rising from somewhere deep inside your chest. A warmth you didn't expect. A calm you didn't plan. Your expression softens, your breathing slows, and your eyes meet theirs with a clarity that sends a shock straight through their heart. They weren't expecting this. They thought you'd hesitate, look away, or shut down. But instead, you look at them like you finally see the truth beneath all the fear they carried. And that look, steady, gentle, open, hits them harder than any words ever could. Don't skip, because your silence is becoming the answer they've waited months to hear. Something inside them melts the moment your energy softens toward them. They see it in your eyes, that you're not rejecting them, not judging them, not pulling away. They see a softness, a curiosity, a subtle connection forming quietly, naturally, powerfully. You take a small breath, tilt your chin just slightly, letting them know you're not uncomfortable. You're not overwhelmed. You're not confused. You're present. And that presence feels like a lifeline to them. Their eyes widen just a little, like they're afraid to believe what they're seeing. But you don't look away. You don't shut down. You don't create distance. Instead, you lean into the moment with a calm courage of your own. Don't skip, because what happens next will stay in their memory forever. They feel your energy shifting toward them, slowly, softly, naturally, and they can't hide the relief in their eyes. It's the kind of relief that comes after months of holding everything inside. Their breath becomes lighter. Their shoulders relax. Their face softens in a way you've never seen before. And then, with a voice barely above a whisper, they speak again. Not out of fear this time, but out of hope. I don't want to be perfect for you. I just want to be real with you. And if you're willing, even a little, I'll take care of what grows between us. Slowly. Gently. Honestly. Their words aren't just a confession, they're a promise. And the way your heartbeat steadies in response tells them something powerful. You're not running. You're not rejecting. You're not afraid. Something inside you is opening, too. Stay right here. Because part 16 will reveal the moment where your energy gives them the clearest answer yet. Don't move. What's coming now is the clearest signal your heart has given so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The moment hangs between you, soft, warm, alive in a way that neither of you expected. Their words settle into the air like something sacred, something fragile, something real. And then, you shift again. Not away. Not backward. But closer. Just a tiny step, barely noticeable, yet powerful enough to make their breath catch. They feel it instantly. They feel your energy leaning, not resisting. They see your eyes soften even more, your breathing steady, your shoulders relax. You're not confused. You're not overwhelmed. You're not unsure. You're simply open. And that openness hits them deeper than any yes ever could. It tells them that your heart is listening, really listening. Don't skip. Because this is the moment everything becomes clear. Something inside them breaks, in the best possible way. All the fear they carried, all the insecurity they hid, all the doubts that made them think your appearance placed you on some unreachable pedestal, they all start to crumble. Because the way you're looking at them right now, it makes them feel seen, not judged. Worthy, not small. Chosen, not overlooked. Your eyes hold a quiet understanding, a gentle acceptance, a warmth that wraps around their chest like a silent embrace. And for the first time, they don't feel like they're standing in front of someone too good for them. They feel like they're standing in front of someone who understands them. Someone who sees beyond the surface. Someone who recognizes the truth of their heart. Don't skip, because the next moment changes everything. They take a slow, steady breath and step closer too. Careful, respectful, but brave. Their voice is soft, steady, full of emotion they're not hiding anymore. You don't have to answer me in words, they say gently. I can already feel what your heart is saying. And if this, whatever this is, has even the smallest chance, I promise I won't rush it. I won't force it. I'll grow it with you. Slowly. Honestly. Safely. Their eyes lock onto yours, not with fear, but with hope, pure, sincere hope. And in that exact moment, your heartbeat sends them the clearest answer they've been waiting for: you're open. You're willing. You're not running. Stay right here, because part 17 will reveal how this moment transforms into something unforgettable between you both.